Good morning. It is great to see this community continue to grow, and I want to start off by thanking Databricks for their stewardship of this community. It's been an incredible journey for us. Last year on this stage, we talked about Spark as the analytics operating system for a modern enterprise. And I would say our experience in the last year has confirmed that tenfold with incredible momentum. So then we start to think about, well, we've got this incredibly powerful analytics operating system. Every operating system needs an IDE, or an integrated development environment. Every operating system needs an enterprise application. So more on that in a little bit. On this stage, we also talked about the work that we're doing with the SETI Institute. SETI Institute, if you're not familiar, is the search for extraterrestrial intelligence. I have a huge finding to share with you today. Huge finding. That is, Spark is incredibly powerful. Sorry to disappoint, we can't confirm anything found yet, but look where we've gone. We started with a data set that was about 4.5 terabytes. Now we are processing 6 terabytes a day with Spark, and it's not just within our solar system, but it's actually connecting data across other solar systems. This is the power of Spark in action, and this data is going to start to be made available to the community so you can start your own explorations. Together, maybe as a community, we can figure this one out. Let's talk about our journey in the last year. We announced the Spark Technology Center that's based here in San Francisco. And we are hiring there as fast as we can since we made that announcement. It's really become a renaissance of high technology development, focused on open source, and we're really proud to be a part of that. We've become a major contributor to Spark. We launched a Spark Advisory Council, and every client that we've talked to on that council, their main request to IBM is help us with SQL. It's a very common challenge in every enterprise. So majority of the contributions that we've been doing are around Spark SQL, and that will show up in Spark 2.0. We also announced last year contributing SystemML, which is an engine for machine learning and an optimizer that became an Apache incubator project at the end of last year. SystemML is what gives you the ability to write a model one time and run it anywhere. And this is why we've seen really good collaboration across the community of people that want to help us continue to advance SystemML. It's highly complementary to MLlib. You can pull algorithms right out of MLlib, execute them with SystemML, very powerful. Last thing I'll mention is we contributed a technology called Stocator. And Stocator gives you direct access to an object store from Spark. Now, why is that important? Object storage is essential in the cloud era of data analytics and enables you to separate compute and storage. But previously, the project was really focused on adapting an old Hadoop connector for doing that. We've created a direct connection to the object store with Spark. We put that in the community, and all of you are helping us advance that. This brings us to Formula One. Most people think Formula One is an individual sport. And this is kind of the season of Formula One with the Monaco Grand Prix, Indianapolis 500. What you learn about Formula One, though, when you study it, the first person on the team is the entrant. They're the person that actually sponsors a driver to get into the race. Then you've got the constructor, the person that builds the chassis. Then you've got a whole team of engineers that's about how are we going to make this precision-tuned for performance and optimize everything that we're doing. And then don't forget the pit crew. Pit crew can be 10 to 15 people. In total, the team around a Formula One car is often 50 to 100 people. From the outside, it looks like an individual sport. In reality, it's very much a team sport. And that led us to the question, can we make data science a team sport? So let's check it out.
Data is everywhere. Making data simple and accessible to everyone gives it meaning. We've interviewed hundreds of data scientists to understand not just what they do, but how they think, how they learn, how they build off the work of others, and how they get feedback to improve their output. Step 1 is getting the right tools together in one place, with the data. We started with the open source tools that are familiar to so many: Jupyter Notebooks, RStudio, and we're working on incorporating many more. But data scientists do much more than work with data. They research previous efforts in the field, gather assets from searches, use tutorials to gain new insights, and exchange ideas with their peers. We're sharing the first steps of our journey, designing what will soon be the easiest way to do great things with data. Here's what it looks like. When you land on the homepage, you have immediate access to tools and data. Data from your organization, a marketplace of both free and premium data, and access to data stored on your machine. Filter the results to get to the content that you really care about and relates to your work. If you find a notebook that is related to your work, fork it into your project and give credit to the originator of the work. Here's where it gets interesting. The right side panel. We call it the Maker Palette. It allows you to drag and drop code snippets and algorithms from articles, comments, or projects right into your notebook. Watch tutorial videos in the Maker Palette while working on a notebook, without opening multiple windows from various websites. This data space is extremely powerful, not just because of the easy access and analysis of data, although of course that capability is fundamental. It's the power of a community, the ability to easily learn from others, work with peers, discover work that moves the field forward. We can't wait to see what this becomes and what amazing work it enables.
Thank you. Every operating system needs an integrated development environment. And we are so happy to announce the first enterprise app for the analytics operating system, which is the IBM Data Science Experience. As you saw in the video, this is about three things. It's about how data scientists learn, how they create, and how they collaborate. And you can do that all inside that experience. And the thing that we're changing is we're saying whether your skills are in R or Python or Scala or whatever it is, this is one place where you can collaborate with other data scientists that may want to work in another language. So we are truly taking data science, which has always been an individual sport, and making it a team sport. Now, as you go down that path, you have to think about what's the last piece to the equation, which to us is about an open source analytics ecosystem. Because you can't have a true team sport around data science unless you're embracing everything that's happening in the community. And we have a number of new partners, H2O, Galvanize, RStudio, Lightbend, to name a few, that are starting to work with us around this ecosystem. And the way that we look at it is, it starts on the right side, as you see this chart, which is, it's founded in open ecosystems. It's the work that we're doing as a founding member of AmpLab. It's what we're doing with ODPI and Apache and the R Consortium. And then you start to think about what are the other players in the ecosystem that are bringing software solutions and skills, and that's really the group in the middle. And then you've got the foundational pieces, the critical capabilities in terms of an ecosystem and partner that you can bring to this. What we want to enable in the data science experience is you can use any tool that you want as a data scientist, because that's how you make this a true team sport. And as an industry, we are not going to achieve our objective in data science in terms of getting to outcomes unless we make it that type of a team sport. Last announcement I want to mention is we have joined the R Consortium starting this week. We are proud to announce that. We're working with companies like RStudio and Databricks, and we are going to make R a first-class citizen in the Spark ecosystem, which I think is a huge advancement for the R community. If you don't know much about R, it's actually been around for 40 years. Incredible staying power, still a very passionate community. But we're focused on now, how do we take the power of the analytics operating system and marry that with the data science expertise that exists within the R ecosystem. And everything that we do together with our studio, with Databricks, will be done under the Apache banner, so it's something that all of you can participate in and contribute to. In closing, give it a try. Data science experience is open today. It's in preview. Sign up. We'd love to have you start to work on that. You can bring data science to your organization and become known as the person that really made it a team sport. Thank you.